All right, so yep, a new day is about to begin. I know this gold actually went really far yesterday, and Nasdaq as well. It just kept going and going and going. So anyway, like I said in the last video, I was pretty much out by then. Now I'm just waiting to see what they open and everything. I just wanted to first of all start the day with not congratulating myself, but really telling myself like this is you know this is how you should continue trading. You do the best you can to keep it that way. And keep it tight, keep it simple, and don't just overthink or overcomplicate yourself because it makes no sense. Anyway, this is the account. It's basically ready. This is the pro account basically. I was just checking earlier, like possible action areas and whatever on the four assets. So far, I noticed there's some sort of divergence between ES, Nasdaq, and the Dow, and gold well remains somewhat in the lows of yesterday. But let's see what happens. Gonna wait for the open to see what's gonna be like, what's likely to happen, and move from there. One thing I wanted to show to myself and my future self is this. Uh, this is the result of well, you know, me doing what needs to be done, behaving how I need to behave, and keeping things tight, keeping things simple. And this is what I need to, or what I want to also continue doing the best I can. So yeah, I'm gonna continue moving forward. I'm gonna continue learning, growing, and keep advancing the same way that I've been so far. So yeah, I think this is good. This is great. I'm not, like I said yesterday. Of course, I was happy about it, but I'm not overexcited. I know that this is just one step. Now the things continue, so I'm gonna continue to do my best to grow and keep stacking, keep getting better, and then let's see where life takes us in the future. But so far, this is a good sign of improvement. And what is left to do now is just to continue doing the same thing again and again. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. All right, so here I am once again. Here the account is basically live. I'm just monitoring now. NQ. I took a small loss here at the beginning. I had some small profit, but of course it wouldn't follow up. And what I just did now, I'm buying the break to the upside after it fails to trade lower in the inside bar. This is the open here, so I'm aware that it might reject and stop me up, but that's why I have the risk defined here. It's a little bit lower. I also bought the break to the upside in the Dow. The reason is because the gap has a higher chance of fill, which is this one has like 70 plus percent, 71% of filling, which is an inside gap down. So I attempted to buy the first bar high as it broke, after it broke. Pride will hesitate a little bit, but then it trade higher and it closed nicely within the gap. So there might be further continuation. I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna happen. As soon as it allows me, I will reduce my risk. I bought only two contracts here on the Dow. And on gold, initially, I noticed at the open it would trade a little lower, then it would reject, and I took a small loss here. So then I just pretty much remained out of gold since then. I haven't really touched anything else. Anything else. So far, I want to see the price remaining above the inside bar, and of course, if I want to see, of course, breaking the open and closing above. So meaning it would reject to trade any lower, and of course it would. To me, it just gives me extra confidence that it might want to trade higher, maybe heading for yesterday's highs or something. Maybe this possible gap here. I'm not sure if it's gonna get there because the price could just turn into an overall ranging day. Let's see. So far, I'm gonna reduce my risk for a little bit on Nasdaq, same on the Dow, which I've did already. One thing that I need to remind myself is that this account they has a daily trading live drawdown, so I have to be really careful with what I do. Of course, if I have profits, I have to kind of forces me a little bit to think a bit more about it. But other than that, it's pretty much same thing. It's just same rules pretty much, and yeah, I just need to be aware of the rules. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I need to continue doing the same thing. I've been feeling a little bit. I think it's probably because of the live account itself. I've been feeling a little bit maybe nervous, which also makes no sense to feel like it. It's just I know what I need to do. I just need to continue doing the same thing. So there's no point for me to pressure myself to pretty much be scared or whatever. So I'm gonna continue trading. I'm gonna maybe let's see, of course, how this race played out. If they continue, it will be nice. If not, then I'm likely to just call it a red day to start with, but that's pretty much it. That's also part of the business, like I said many times. So nothing to say. I'm gonna let it be for a little bit. I want to see if there is a push further to the upside. Maybe take these highs here, or maybe the yesterday's open and the highs. But let's see what happens. And now I'm just gonna sit and wait and see what it does from here. Okay, I think I have over engaged a little bit. I guess maybe it has something to do with how I've been feeling today for some reason. But um still have this trade on the Dow. Like I said earlier, I'm waiting for maybe the gut feel, maybe the highs, but let's see what it does. And Q, I got a little trigger. I think it should probably follow up with the Dow and maybe ES, but so far, like they're not so clean either. Like it feels like the market is some sort of like it's coming off for some reason. So gold, I took a small buy here like 1 or 2 times, then it wouldn't reject off the previous bar lows. So there were tiny trades, but still there were losses, small losses. So there's no point to keep engaging. I'm not gonna touch gold. I'm not gonna touch ES. I'm gonna let Dow see what it does if it stops me break even or something, and NQ as well. This is pretty much my last trade. I'm gonna call it a red day, a little bit beyond with from what I should have taken, but still, well, it happened. So I'm gonna just continue waiting. I'm saying that why I'm locked down there after the retest of this, the lows of the open, and then also this structure here, is that I think if it is to reject, it should reject from here. Of course, if you wanna go lower, it might go lower, but that's why I'm locked down at this bar low. But let's see what happens from there. I'm gonna wait a little bit, and if it doesn't go anywhere, then that's gonna be it for today. Well, both of the trades are somewhere still, somewhere there. Nasdaq with this bar here would trade lower. Oh, I almost got stopped out. I'm still locked at the low. I could still, of course, get stopped out still, but let's see. Dow remains around there. Remains. I'm still like above break even, and Nasdaq now seems to be finding some momentum. I don't know if it's gonna just, of course, tank from here or whatever. I like that it rejected at this point, and then it seems to come higher. I don't want to see if it reclaims the highest or whatever, but if it does, I will wait a little bit to see if I manage to get break even, maybe do some profit. But if not, then like I said, I'm gonna let them be for now, and I'm gonna see if there is some momentum to the upside, maybe to the highs here or these highs here. But I don't know. Let's see what happens from now. Okay, so I just wanted to update myself. I did continue to trade a little bit longer. I probably shouldn't have definitely because well today clearly I can see that I didn't trade properly pretty much at all. Like the things that I've been doing these past 2 weeks today kind of like feel like they kind of vanished. But the last trade that I took, I just took it now. I think price Nasdaq seems to be fading already to the upside. I think I over traded. Definitely, I was for some reason I had some fear going on, and then I wouldn't kind of find myself in the chart. So then I just step out for a little while after too many trades that I've already taken. Plus, this is the last one that I have right now. I noticed that initially I was thinking, okay, you might retrace from here, and then I waited to see how it react from the inside bar, and I noticed that it broke the low and it wouldn't trade higher. So when it came back down and broke the low again, I shorted here 2 contracts. And I want to see there might be a further downside or not. I have no idea to be honest, but I think also is regardless of anything, I have not traded today on my A plus. Pretty much trades overall, and my performance it was just not good. I accepted. I took so many trades that I shouldn't have taken. For some reason, at some point, I actually had also some execution errors, so I just pretty much closed everything and then just kept stay out of the market. But so far, I'm just this is too many trades, like really too many trades. Around 20, 21 plus this one that is current now. I think that's definitely too much. That's not acceptable. So I will take it and let's see. Let's see what else that from here. Like I said, I went short with the inside bar. But so far, no, not the best day, not even close to be anything like good, let's say. So yeah, let's see what happens. I want to see if the price remains below the lows here, and if it closes above below that, and I don't know. Let's see if there's gonna be a further downside. So far, I'm gonna keep waiting. Oh, so far this is how is it going? I'm right now within a trade. I ended up buying the lows here because I noticed failure here on NQ. It wouldn't close below the low and it would reject, reject, reject. So I actually bought when this bar closed above and then when it traded higher, I just remained like locked down here. And so far I've been risk free for a while. I don't know, it's been actually a couple hours I think since the trade is still ongoing. Now it's I have some locked in profits in here after the market. I noticed the market closed higher. It will test here, retest the open, and it will come back up really strongly in this bar here. But let's see. I'm not sure yet if it is to go higher. I like that it closed above the swing, then retested, and it failed to trade lower. Created an inside bar, and now what I'm doing is I'm gonna enter another trade above the inside bar high. If it breaks above again the range, maybe going for these highs, and maybe here the open again from yesterday, and maybe the highs. I also noticed that Dow is somewhat on the way also, and ES is already trading above the high. So let's see what it does. Let's see what's going on. Basically, this is yesterday's high. Sorry. So I want to see if Nasdaq follows up. It seems that it remains around there. Like there's it looks like, of course, it's trading to the upside, but I don't know if it could just fail or whatever. I want to see now is another instaback created, so I want to see if it breaks above. I'm a little bit offset just to see if it breaks, and if it remains above, then it might trade higher. But so far, let's see. I'm not gonna do much. I wanna see it could take the low and then reject, or just take the low and keep going lower. Let's see what happens. Okay. Well. Oh my God. I mean, this is crazy. Uh, I was kind of a little bit for I wanted to breathe a little bit, so I was off the chart for a while. Now the market just created an inside bar pretty much near the open of yesterday, which is pretty much stacking there somewhat. And yeah, I mean it's A plus. I didn't want to add more 'cause I think it was good already. It was a big trade, and I was monitoring Dow just to see if it would also break above the high, which is doing now. There could be continuation, but I honestly am tired, and it could be that I tag myself out of the market out of fear, but I also didn't want to engage into greed, meaning that this I just closed the trade pretty much above somewhere here above the inside bar, and that trade pretty much it was I don't know, let me see, it was like maybe 1,000 or something like that, 900 plus. Uh, Wait, this I don't like this way. So thing is, besides that trade being a good trade, it was 935. But besides that trade being a good trade, I'm not in a way happy with what I've done today. I overtraded. I had some like fear going on, and yeah, I mean just that. I don't know. I said I'm taking what happened today. I'm like this is not what I should be doing. I took I think 25. Is this correct? 25 trades maybe it says here. I think it is. Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, basically that trade pretty much put me out back in green, and like a small green day. I mean, I take it. Fair enough. It's not like I'm not gonna slap myself, and I think if I manage to take a green day out of initially what was a really bad day because I was more than 800 in drawdown, which is honestly not okay because I shouldn't have gotten there at first. Like I should have probably just, like I said before many times, just call it a day and forget about it. But I didn't manage today to do that. I think, like I said, I'm not hiding about, I'm taking responsibility for it. Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to deal with emotions, and I think, like I said earlier, it might have something to do with the live account. Fair enough, but at the end of the day, like I even told myself like some minutes ago, it makes no sense to be scared or whatever. Honestly, like it doesn't really matter. Like yeah, it was not good. Still, one thing I like is the fact that even not having a good day, I'm still managing to overcome somewhat my emotions to get my trade straight. And then, well, I think I believe I took a really good trade down here. It also made a lot of sense. And yeah, pretty much that's it. I'm gonna call it a day for today. And like I said, I'm tired. I need a break. I'm gonna eat something, whatever, relax, maybe go for a walk, and then enjoy the rest of my evening. And then tomorrow is gonna be another day. I think I also I needed to engage with the live account again because I have had a few, but so far I haven't managed to keep them. And that's also something that that's very much my next step to well, with my trading, to keep doing the same thing that I've been doing except for today, but basically yeah, to remain consistent and to get better day after day. So yeah, I'm gonna let it be here. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna lock myself out before I actually forget or do something stupid. So yeah, this is it for me. I'm out of the session, and tomorrow's gonna be another day.